How are you doing, YouTube? It's your friendly gamer, SmartEntity here. So this is going to be a second look on the new tactical event or tactical alert event. So basically, I've just scored over 100 points. I've done one run in the 500 conclave limit, which is basically the new restriction that you will need to do for your sort of second 100 point to get the emblem part. Now, I've done one run with this setup, and honestly I felt it to be quite effective. So basically what's different is I've taken off the quick thinking mod. Now some people may be saying, what's the point of having vitality? There's no necros, there's no trinity, if you're running by yourself, so that health won't come back. I did think about that as well, but just have a look at the conclave here. So with this setup is 491. If you put on a quick thinking, that goes to 561, right? But if you take out vitality, it's actually only 10 points, right? So for a max vitality of only 10 points, I'll take it, right? Now the thing with this build is, even without quick thinking, there should be zero risk of dying, provided you are very on to casting Iron Skin. So with that vitality, with that rage, you're pretty much guaranteed to always have energy. With a max 75% energy efficiency, you should always be able to cast Iron Skin. The trick is to cast Iron Skin immediately when it's gone. Now it is just exterminate, it's not a 60-minute survival, so the amount of health that you have from max vitality should more than enough feed all your energy requirements via rage. Now the Murloc is still my weapon of choice. I've had a couple of viewers commenting in my previous video. One person said Brack is better than Murloc. In general gameplay, I probably would agree with that, even though Brack is just shorter, Murloc is long range. Sorry, Brack is short range, Murloc is long range. But in this particular gameplay, Murloc is better, I feel, just because at baseline, Murloc have a lower conclave, which means you can fit more mods on. Now, so basically with this new build, as you can see, it is quite severely nerfed. So max barrier diffusion is gone, max convulsion, max pathogen rounds, and the base pistol pestilence is all gone. But having said that, even with this particular build, most enemies still die with 1 or 2 shots. Now it does take quite a few more shots to kill the hyenas, but like I was saying, there's no risk of death to you, so it's really not a big deal. Okay, so just gonna jump in, have a bit of a look at some gameplay. So as you can see, most enemies, especially these basic mowers, still easily die with 1 shot. The anti-mowers sometimes take 2 shots, depending if you get a proper headshot or not. But it is really these hyenas that's a real hassle. They do take a couple clips to kill actually. To be honest, this kind of gameplay actually makes me kind of feel like a sort of 80-minute T3 survival before the Trinity nerf. So if you remember, Trinity give you God mode so you don't die. But after 80-minute mark, those heavy gunners especially, they took forever to kill, right? So this is giving me that kind of sort of feeling again. With this Iron Skin, these enemies don't really deal out enough damage, so you don't die, and then obviously it takes quite a few shots to kill them with this extremely nerfed, I guess, or nerf modded weapon. So it really is just, I guess, a prolonged gameplay, if you like. Now, as a bit of a side note, ever since update 14, I found joining players in these sort of random matches have decreased significantly. This is probably my 17th time running this mission, and out of the 17 times, I've actually only had 3 times where someone joined me, and in all 3 of those occasions, it's only 1 other person that joined me. I haven't changed my settings, so I don't know if it's something to do with the update or if it's just no one playing. But yeah, I've noticed quite a big significant change as opposed to the likelihood of someone joining you. Before update 14, I did a lot on Satura. I don't do Satura anymore. Satura, for those that don't know, is a dark sector defense on Pluto. Once upon a time, it was single best place single most reliable place next to T3, T4 tower to get credits. But now, due to the high tax, I just don't play that anymore. Not saying you should, not saying you shouldn't, just I don't do it anymore. So mostly I've been playing tower, where there's no joining, it's just inviting. But as far as these public games go, I've noticed quite dramatically not a lot of people are joining. So not sure again, if it's a bug or if it's just the way the game is now.
The bypass is done. Go.
Alright guys, I mean honestly I am a bit bored of this event at this stage. It was fun initially, the Conclave restriction was interesting, but I don't feel this was the best way of doing it. Personally, I would have liked it if they just made the enemy super hard and allow you to bring whatever you want. I can understand how that could obviously limit a lot of players, so the newer players might not be able to play the event if that's the case, or obviously restricting Conclave would allow everyone to play basically. But as I said in my previous video, you can actually abuse this Conclave quite a bit, just because more advanced players do have access to the higher tier mods, so you can obviously select the best mod for a particular situation. Alright guys, I think I'll end the video gameplay here. I'm sure for any one of you that have played this event a bit, the last thing you want to do if you have completed the event is watch someone else play, because I'm sure you're bored of it. So guys, please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!
Ordis has received messages for the operator. No, I have not read them.